Hello and welcome to another live. I am here with Anna today, and we are going to be discussing the psychology of colours, which I don't know that much about, so I'm really excited to hear more. I'll just tell you a tiny bit about She Hustles Inc. first. I work with women and try and empower them and enable them to start their own businesses and to feel more confident in running their own businesses. So we tackle all sorts of issues from simply promoting yourself on Facebook through to the likes of psychology of colours. Like we cover everything that you might need. So as I said, I'm here with Anna today. Anna is of Anna K. Gallagher Coaching. I've got that right. I'll pop that up on screen. That was a mouthful when I tried to get it out then, Anna. How are you today?
I'm good, Hannah. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Very hot. We're still in the middle of this heat wave in the UK. I'm like looking towards the window. It's like the longest we've gone without rain in like 60 years now or something. It's like not normal for us, and we're not coping well as a nation with it. Like we're just too hot. We're just struggling. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your business, Anna, and what you do?
Yes. Hi. Welcome, everybody. Like Hannah said, my name is Anna with Anna K. Gallagher Coaching. I, too, coach mainly females when it comes to merging the gap between our personal lives and professional lives and really helping individuals get out of their conscious mindset. So many times we think and our thoughts are overwhelming us, right? I really help merge the gap by getting out of our conscious mind and really start living in a realm of your unconscious. So you're really in tune with your heart, with what your soul's trying to tell you. So you're working in a line of your genius or your zone of genius or your talents and your strengths and your standpoint. So you're really working with yourselves rather than against yourselves.
Okay.
So I really coach as far as getting to know yourself, putting your thoughts aside, and really getting in tune with your inner workings.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting actually in terms of business and things as well. I've been working with she's actually a friend now and we kind of work together, and she's actually like a branding pathfinder, she's called. But rather than us looking externally to what the customers might want as a brand, she's like tapped into me and what I can bring to the brand, like what's inside of me. So I suppose that's quite a similar thing. Like she's like literally picked apart my brain and like pulled it out into my brand. But then I find that my branding now comes from such a natural place. Like I'm never stuck on it anymore because it's so natural and it's like part of me and things. And I find that that's much easier, and I dare to say sell it because it's so much more natural. You're not trying to force something. And I never would have thought of things from that perspective before. You're always taught to think what the customer wants and go backwards. So no, I think that's really interesting. So let's get into the psychology of colours then. What can you tell us about that? I'm a complete newbie, so I can't even lead you on this. Like you need to just tell me about this.
So with colors, there's so many different realms, especially in business, as far as where to go. With where we're taking it today, we're going to stick solely in like our environment. So how do colors really help us with our workspaces, with our agendas? The colors can go on and on as far as like branding and what your customers like and your emotions and personality with colors and how colors can explain your personality. But as far as environments go, when we think about where we spend most of our time, as far as our home offices, maybe cubicles at the workplace, or maybe even our schools, right? We spend a lot of time in those areas. If we look around and we're trying to see, what colors do we use every single day or what colors are around us, we may start thinking that, okay, we pick certain colors based on our favorites. You might have had a childhood favorite. Hannah, do you mind if I ask you what's your favorite color?
Usually green. A lot green. Of my branding's green. Yeah, I'm all about green.
Green, that's awesome. We'll start with green then. So with green in our workspaces, if we have green around us, green usually symbolizes strength, and it also means like being fresh, new environment sometimes.
Okay.
So it's good to have an array of greens around, not only if it's your favorite color, but just to realize that it's like a stimulator, it's a balancer. If you have too many bright colors, for example, it really helps balance out hues.
Okay.
So in your work area, if you don't have any greens, but you have access to a window. There goes your green. There's green outside, right?
Yeah.
So it really helps stimulate as far as being fresh, new environments, calmness. A lot of times in like if we think of yoga studios or massage therapy, they emulate a lot of greens because they know green symbolizes relaxation as well.
All right, okay. And would you actively search that out? So, for example, I love spending time like in the garden or in the countryside. Like I'm a very outdoorsy person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could just be because I like outdoors, but is the green something to do with that as well? Is that something that's like in us to seek out those colours as like our natural sort of happy places almost?
Yeah, it is. It's almost like a calling to where it's like it's soothing you. If your eyes are sensing more greens and you're perceiving it as like calm, cool, and collective and relaxation, you're going to find yourself drawn to more areas. Green. So, yeah.
I like that.
Now, on the contrary, a color, let's say like red. Red is your favorite color. That's perfectly fine. I know a lot of people that love red, but we have to be cautious with red because a lot of times if we have too much red, it symbolizes like over empowerment or warnings or caution.
Yeah.
So body, especially our minds, go into like a fight or flight mechanism, right? To where all of a sudden,
just off the color.
Yeah. So when you're picking up red, even if it's like on a Valentine's Day card or something that usually symbolizes love, right? Your eyes are literally sensing that there's some type of warning that you need to pause and take a, even if it's a microsecond, right? Your body is going into an alarm. Yeah. And it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes you need to be alarmed. Just like if we are driving and you come across a stop sign or a red light, you know, okay, I need to stop. That's an alert. But if you are in business and you, let's say your office, you're highlighting everything that needs to be done this week in bold red because you know deadlines are approaching. I need to finish this.
It's like it's shouting at you. Like I can imagine that whiteboard now with all the red pen on, and it's like it's just shouting it at you, kind of thing. Like you know, those are the urgent jobs.
Yeah, so it's good in a sense because it lets your brain process it to what's more important. But at the same time, if you put everything in red, then it kind of you get confused, right?
Yeah.
And if you have red everywhere and you're always doing red, your body actually breaks down. If I don't want to get too psychological, but if you have too much red and your body's in a shock or an alert for so long, you have too much cortisol, right? That too much neurotransmitters that all of a sudden they're breaking down and it causes headaches. It causes stress. It causes burnout.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
I, as a teacher, I teach as well. So we're always with a stigma that we have red pens all the time. I try to switch it up and use purple pens or use red every once in a while, just because if they see red all the time, they're going into a hyper alert state that they have to be cautious. So
they know that when Mrs. Gallagher uses a red pen, it's really bad.
I'll use red. I save the red for their big term papers. But with red being, a lot of times we symbolize it as, let's say, love, right? With hearts and what have you. That's still compassion, but at the same time, your body's still alerting you, making sure, is it the right love? Is it the right compassion? So red's a big one too.
How about blue? Can you tell me? Because I love, that's my other favorite color, blue.
Yes, blue is a good one. Blue is one that symbolizes a lot of loyalty.
All right.
And freedom and calmness and openness. So, Hannah, when you think of blue, just like earthy, whatever comes to mind, what are things that come to mind when you think of the color blue?
I mean, the initial thing is the sea, and then the calm, and then I love being by the sea. It's just, I just love that. I mean, like, I don't know if you can see it, but like I wear a lot of like turquoisey blue. Can you see that? My accessories. Oh yeah, just that color.
Yes.
Yeah, just calm, very calm, just very calm, and I think that's the main thing, really, the calm and the peace.
Yeah. there's a lot of nature that goes into scientific practices too, to where when we think of the ocean or the sea, like you said, and the sky, those are both vast, wide open spaces. They make us feel calm and freeing, right? So a lot of the blue hues, when our eyes are translating the information for our perspective, it makes us feel free and calm. So, and loyalty is really associated with blue too, but more often openness. So if you're in a tight space, right? If you have a small home office, because sometimes you just have to work with what you have, right? Put a lot of blue up, because the blue, for whatever reason, our eyes are translating that it's open space.
Right.
You feel clammed or tight, and you feel anxious or anxiety because you're closed. They say it's really good to put more blues around within your office. And it'll make
does the shade of that make any difference? I only ask, right, because we're currently moving house and we've been looking at paint colours, right? And one that we've both kind of like really like at the moment is a very dark blue. So it's very dark, like a bit of a classic. I'm trying to like think. It's not like navy. It's still a blue, but a dark blue. So
like
say again, sorry.
Like royal blue?
Not as bright, probably. I've not even got anything around that's even like that colour blue, but like just a darker blue, like a slightly darker than royal blue, I'd say. So not your aquamarine or turquoise, like the other end of the scale kind of thing, getting towards navy. Would that make a difference? So
here's the thing with colors. The primary color, the main color, it's still going to hold its true values, but the more you go on a lighter spectrum or a darker spectrum, darker shades, let's say when we get into black, it'll change a little bit. So when we go to black, we think of more sometimes royalty, sometimes formal, like a tuxedo or a black evening gown or what have you. So it changes the flair and the style of it just a tad bit. But if it still has blue composition to it, you're still going to have those effects. So
right. We'll paint the lounge that colour then. It's decided. Like Anna said.
So we did blue, red, green, yellow. Yellow stimulates a lot of creativity.
Right.
So yellow's a good one if you are coming across word blockage or blogs and you're trying to post, or you're speaking or teaching or whatever you do, right? Whatever you do, anybody who's listening, if you stumble across something, right, they say it's good to like whip out a highlighter or a yellow highlighter and just start kind of watching it. Let your eyes focus on it, stimulate on it. Or again,
so like highlight it and then concentrate on it. Is that what you're saying there?
Right. Let your eyes focus on it, because part of those yellow pixels are going to stimulate your creativity. And so there's some different elements to yellow. Some sides of psychology will say with children, yellow is not good because yellow stimulates. They did a study once where they put children in a yellow room and they recorded that there was more crying based on the yellow. But this is more based with children, but with adults, it's coming with our creativity senses and positivity. So when we think of like smiley faces or sunshine or sunflower,
I was thinking of
daisy. We're stimulating like different areas and waking up different almost chakras, right? So a little bit of yoga theories somewhat go into psychology. They use different principles and practices, but there's a lot of different research out there as far as like putting different colors with different rooms and different spectrums and seeing different responses and what have you. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, is there any other particular colours you wanted to tell us about, or is that like the main ones that we were going to cover?
I'll do
miss any. Yeah, go on, tell me one more. I'm happy to hear.
I'll do purple.
I'm keeping an eye on that time, but I'm like, is there any more?
Oh yes, it is 12:15. You're good with time, but I'll do one more. I'll do purple because purple is one of my favorites.
Yes, I like purple as well. Go on, tell me purple.
Purple symbolizes a lot of tranquility and sometimes mysterious, like mystic, right? So
All
there's
right. Of course. Yes.
there's something curious with purple. Um, a lot of wisdom and balance also emulates and stimulates with purple as well. So if you are looking for clarity or you want to use your inner wisdom, but you're coming across like using research or what have you, and you want to grasp more onto like your wisdom, they say have a lot of purple up. It
Right.
stimulates with tranquility and wisdom. So
Very quick question for you. In terms of use of the colours, does it have to be kind of like a lot of colour, like as in all the walls painted, or could you say like look at a picture? You know, like if you brought, say, let's just say a field of yellow flowers. If you were to look at that, would that be enough to stimulate it off that colour, or does it, you know, like how much colour does it need to be in your environment? I suppose is what I'm asking.
So it really depends on what line of work you're doing and where you get stuck at. If you are working on something and you're unsure of what the hankering is that you need to fill, right? Sometimes we get stuck, but we don't know, we can't pinpoint what the void is. So you don't know what color to go to.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to just have a little bit of variety around you. And that way your unconscious mind is absorbing this information without you having to take a pause and really look at it.
Right.
But the more research you do and the more aware you become of your environments with colors, the easier it will be to pinpoint, okay, I'm feeling this, or I'm having this blockage. Let me veer off with this color. I have my agenda out, so I literally was just like, I have like colors everywhere, what have you. So just trying to be more conscious or aware of it. If you're in a workspace that has, let's say, all white, which is really good because white is vibrant, right?
Oh, you nearly lost us. I thought you were showing us your workspace then.
No, my computer just went. But it showed you the white ceiling, so
Yeah.
But if you have like an all white space, you might want to just try to put like a poster or a picture up if you don't have the ability to paint. So as long as you're conscious and aware of it, your unconscious will absorb it.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. I'm currently sat here because I've run out of places to film because we're currently moving. We're in the process of moving. So like where I used to sit at my desk, there's now a tower of boxes behind that we've kind of got ready to go and stuff. So I literally have to come and sit up here in my bedroom because it's like the only kind of wall that's okay behind me. So I'm actually sat upstairs at the moment, which is wise. But I can't wait to. I'm going to get. We're going to be painting the new house and stuff. So it's actually come at quite a good time to have this discussion because I can now consider like what colours I want in what rooms and things like that. No yellow in the kids' rooms, that's for sure. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today. I know we've got a couple of other chats lined up as well that looked. I love all of this kind of stuff. I find it super interesting. So I'm excited for all the other chats and things as well. Can I just ask you to let people know how they can contact you as well? What's your website address? Let me see if I can type it in while you're saying it.
Yes. So if you go to www.annakgallagher.com, that'll take you directly to my coaching and blog site. Again, www.annakgallagher.com.
Yeah.
Or my Instagram handle, it's the same. So at Anna K. Gallagher, you can find me on Instagram too.
Let me pop that on quickly. At Anna K. Gallagher. Anna K. Gallagher. Is that right? Yeah. Sure, I'll just pop that on so people can go to it as well. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much for your time today. I can hear my son stomping up the stairs now. He knows that I'm working. He's going to burst in any second. So with that, I shall wrap up very, very quickly. I can hear him, Mommy! It's because I've not fed them yet because we're like nearly 5:30 here and Mummy's working, darling. No, not now, darling. Here we go. 1 second, darling. Come and sit here with me 1 minute while I finish off then. Come and sit on my knee a second. This is my Flynn. Sit here. So we're going to say bye-bye to everybody and say thank you for joining us. No, we've gone all shy now. So thank you very much for joining us. We're going to have Anna on again because she's got loads and loads of amazing content. She's in the Hustle Hub group as well, and you've got all the contact details. So I'm sure she'll be happy for you to contact her with any questions and things that you've got. Enjoy the rest of your day. No, don't pull your tongue out, please. Enjoy the rest of your day, Anna, because you're a few hours behind me, aren't you? Your lunchtime where you are right now, and then we'll enjoy our evening here in the UK. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Take care, bye.
Bye.